Hi everyone, my name is Sam. For today's daily, we are looking at Acts 20, verse 1 through to 12. After the uproar ceased, Paul sent for the disciples, and after encouraging them, he said farewell and departed for Macedonia. When he had gone through those regions and had given them much encouragement, he came to Greece. There he spent 3 months, and when a plot was made against him by the Jews, as he was about to set sail for Syria, he decided to return through Macedonia. Sopater the Berean, son of Pyrrhus, accompanied him, and of the Thessalonians, Aristarchus and Secundus, and Gaius of Derbe, and Timothy and the Asians, Tychicus and Trophimus. These went on ahead and were waiting for us at Troas. But we sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread, and in 5 days we came to them at Troas, where we stayed for 7 days. On the first day of the week, when we were gathered together to break bread, Paul talked with them, intending to depart on the next day, and he prolonged his speech until midnight. There were many lamps in the upper room where we were gathered, and a young man named Eutychus, sitting at the window, sank into a deep sleep as Paul talked still longer. And being overcome by sleep, he fell down from the 3rd story and was taken up dead. But Paul went down and bent over him, and taking him into his arms, and said, "Do not be alarmed, for his life is in him." And when Paul had gone up and had broken bread and eaten, he conversed with them for a while longer, until daybreak, and so departed. And they took the youth away alive, and were not a little comforted. So this is Paul's 3rd journey, and one of the reasons for this journey was to bring a collection from the Gentiles for the needy Christians in Jerusalem. So the reason I had to try to pronounce all these weird names was because he traveled with all these official representatives from the churches, and they would serve both as protection from any potential robbery and as a public guarantee of Paul's integrity in handling the collection. And he wanted to get back ASAP. If we read ahead a little bit, it says that he sailed past Ephesus in order to get to Jerusalem quicker. He obviously felt the urgency to get back to Jerusalem. That was the goal. That's where he was headed. That was the main thing. But what really stood out to me was how in the previous chapter, 19:21, it says that Paul felt in the Spirit capital S, which means it's like the Holy Spirit. He felt like God was saying to him that he was supposed to take the route through Macedonia and Achaia, and from there sail to Syria. But because of a plot by Jewish religious leaders, he had to turn back and go pretty much the way he came. But who's to say that that wasn't God's plan to begin with, right? The guys in Troas were definitely better off for it, as it says, and were not a little comforted. Gotta love the humour in that. And I've seen both in myself and in others how you feel like God has told you to do something, or made you a promise, or asked you to pursue something, and you set out to do it, but then something happens, and the door is slammed shut in your face, or so it feels like. And the road you were on looks like a dead end, or a detour, and you're wondering if you made the right call. You are confused because you were sure you heard God on this, and it didn't work out the way you thought it would. But Paul got where he needed to get in the end, and some really cool things happened along the way as well. And sometimes I think we can be a little bit quick in assuming the outcome of our obedience to God. Like if God one day told you to go pick some apples, that doesn't mean that you're going to come back home with a basket full of apples, even if that's seems reasonable thing to assume. And so how we think God's plan is going to work out is not what really matters. What matters is being obedient to what He's asking of us in the moment and to trust Him with the rest. So yeah, that's my little thought for the day. Hope you all have a good day. God bless. Bye.